You know what they say, if your dad can't grow a beard,
I don't know.
you have two moms.
I love it.
Good news. Good news. You have two moms.
There's a lot of those these
Well,
days.
yeah, and I don't want to. I don't want to get. But this is an important topic
Yeah,
because I'm excited about this project.
me too, man. Me too. And how many years can you go with, 5 to 10 people asking you a day, how do you get your beard like that?
Mhm.
Hey, man, what do you do for your beard? What do you put in your beard? Hey, is that, to not like pay attention to the signs of the universe and be like, dude, they're calling.
Right.
They want this. They need this.
Yeah, because genetics aside, and I have always had beard envy of you, and I consider myself a
You got a
beard
badass beard.
aficionado,
Yeah.
and someone who can perform with my beard. but this is a process, and there's the growing process, there's the grooming process, and there's the styling process, and
100%.
people need to understand that. One, the growing process. So let's just talk about this for a
Right.
second.
It's an important one.
This is an important one. Now, my view on the growing process is it's like a baby. Let it go for 9 months. Let it rip.
Yeah.
And then start cutting it in.
Yes. And I think the reason a lot of guys don't, okay, number one, it gets real itchy at first, right? When it's short.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it gets so itchy. Okay, well, if you're not willing to deal with a little itchy, you're not going to have a beard. But then there's that awkward where it's growing out extra long in other places, like the sideburns, or it's getting really wispy.
Mhm.
And that's why our product is so important, because it has a hold to it. Whereas other beard oils and balms, they're thin, they're maybe moisturizing, but they don't have the ability to shape it. I can press my sides in that get bushy and they'll stay.
Well, that's why it's so important, though, because here's the deal. A lot of guys, and even barbers, will suggest that you start cutting it in.
Right.
You don't cut it
No,
in.
you don't cut it in.
You have to train it.
You have to train it. You absolutely have to train it. It's trainable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then also kind of figuring out what beard is right for your face. You'll see guys with beards that it's just like, you don't have the face for that.
Right.
If you already have a narrow face and then you're taking it in too tight on the sides and growing it out here, it's like, dude, you're just accentuating your really narrow face.
Yeah.
Let's let those sides bulk up. It might be awkward for a minute, but luckily we have a product that will help guys shape it and keep it from looking homeless until it gets full and dense.
Mm-hmm. Time is the beard takes time to actually establish. You know how long I've had my beard?
Not like super long, I don't feel like.
Mine?
Well, it was more trimmed down.
I cut it down one time.
Uh-huh.
One time, but I've never had a shaved face.
Right.
When I started growing my beard and keeping a beard, now regardless of whether I took it up, let it go, whatever, 18 years old. My beard is 21 years old.
When did that's amazing. When did it start getting thicker? Did you notice like in your 30s it got a lot thicker?
Yeah. So, well, first and foremost, it filled in fully when I started lifting weights heavily.
Nice.
Right? Testosterone it's not going to work so well up top, but down low, gravity's going to take hold.
Yeah.
And I think anybody that's watching this, because there's a lot of guys that want to grow beards. So pay attention, because you got two guys here that know what the fuck we're talking about.
And we're here to help you.
Yep. Proof is in the beard. But yeah, I think I had patchy situations up top.
Uh-huh.
And I would cut it down low, but then it was too like jawline, hold my hair on, you know what I mean?
Yes,
like
I do.
type situation. Well, that didn't work. And so I think as like my testosterone, because when I had low testosterone, I had a patchy beard.
I get you. Stress, not sleeping right. You got to definitely get a patchy beard.
Yep. Fat. No one likes a fat guy with a patchy beard. But then being a fat guy with a shaved face,
damned if you do, damned if you
don't.
No win here. No win.
The facial hair juxtaposition that you find yourself in. So fat guy with a patchy beard, fat guy with a shaved face. So I went with patchy beard, but then I realized, and I think I didn't come up with the 9-month story or the 9-month rule.
Where'd you get that?
I don't remember, but I remember hearing it and someone say, it's like a baby, man. And then I go, okay. So I let it go for 9
Gotta
months.
let it grow.
You got to let it grow. I feel as if, and there's no science behind this. This is all feeling and intuition.
These claims are not backed by science.
These are not backed by science, but I feel as if, like, if you just let it go, other dudes start to pop out and be like, "Hey, I see you guys partying. I want to party with you. I want to, I want to grow together."
Yeah,
It's a community situation.
I would agree. I would agree. Well, follicles grow in stages. So
You know about this.
yeah, this is a true
You've been
thing.
to Turkey.
So yeah, exactly. So follicles grow in stages like every 2 to 3 months. So it's true. You could have like a set of hairs growing and it seems thin, but if you let that go, another set grows behind that, and you can have like 3 different stages, and then that's when it gets dense. That's what everybody's looking for, is density in a beard. Because if you have that beard and you can see through it, or it's all wispy, it's like, like one of those lions with like no mane. You know what I mean? The density,
Not the king of the jungle.
not the king of the jungle.
He's struggling.
The malnutrition dude who got messed up. And it is very much a well taken care of, a thick and healthy beard is like, it's a symbol of masculinity, of individuality. You know what I mean? Like, I can do this. Like, I can do this. I'm my own boss. Like, I don't have to be all kept and primped because somebody's telling me what to do. And
That is a good point.
It's very biblical too. If you think back, like, what the first thing they did to you to shame you was tie you up and rip out your beard. Yeah, trippy.
Wow, we're getting deep. I was thinking like if your beard was like cartoon characters, it's like, you can come out now, and then it gets shaved, and it's like, oh fuck, retreat.
Yeah, retreat.
And you're going biblical.
It's all of the above.
It's all. Yeah, no, it is. And here's another thing, and I've had this conversation also with tattooers. It's like, you see somebody with a well-grown beard, or you see somebody like myself with almost a bodysuit of tattoos.
Right.
What does that kind of show? It shows that you have patience, that you have dedication, that you can sit and be uncomfortable for a while.
Endure. You can endure.
Yeah.
Discomfort.
Yeah.
Funky phases. Judgment of people.
But I like the beard as a status symbol, because a lot of, and growing up, so, I grew up in the auto industry, and you didn't want to have a beard
coming in like a hillbilly who's going to buy a car from you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can even remember at church once, my pastor, Dwayne Vanderclock, saying, people don't trust people with beards. But now, actually, I have read that whole situation is flipped, that people trust people more with beards.
I would agree. I would agree. It's a, symbol of wisdom, of
distinguished,
maturity, all that stuff. Not so, maybe not so vain or prideful. I mean, even though we're talking about beards in a very vanity type way, it's not always going to be perfect. It's so weird. I have, hundreds of messages, thousands of messages. Why don't you shave your beard? You're so good looking, your cheekbones, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, I've like relinquished the desire to get other people's approval with my face, with my body, with my attitude.
You've already done that.
Yeah, it was whatever it was, what it was when it was, but now it's this, and this is like who I am. So it is also very much a statement of like, this is who I am,
It's your brand.
Yeah.
It's my brand too.
I'm comfortable with it, man. I feel myself like this.
I went on a date a while back, and the girl told me to style my mustache different.
Yeah?
You think she got a call back?
Definitely not.
You're fired.
What did she say? You got to trim it down or something?
She said, maybe you should try to cut it in a little bit more. I said,
Yeah.
I sat through the date. I was kind, polite. It was, a nice time. And I hit the block button. I'm done.
You have it's very unique, yours, because it's so full with the stash. A lot of guys will do the stash because the beard doesn't get full, so they'll just go with the stash instead. But you got the handlebar stash there, the turnout thing going with a really dense beard.
Yeah, it's freestyle is what they would talk about it in the in beard contests.
Yes.
Yeah, that's freestyle. I think it's called freestyle.
Interesting.
Is the league that it's in. And dude, I mean, the beard competitions have been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say a century.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'm not blessed like you with a jawline. Okay, so which is why I've had my beard for 21 years.
I mean,
Now, listen, I've never been this lean before in my entire adult life, so maybe I
a little
do,
bit interested to
but I'm
see.
not. Yeah, I'm
No.
not willing to find out.
Right.
But what I'll say is I always loved the idea of the curl of like the styled mustache.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't have the balls to go Dan Herring style, you know what I mean? And yeah, and go straight mustache,
Yeah.
which is why I trimmed it down that one time that we're talking about when I went mustache only, but I went with a tighter beard and I just hated it. But I always wanted to have it. So I started to look at like, okay, well, how do you create separation? And this is important for the conversation of the product.
Yeah.
Because creating separation in a beard and having a soft styled beard and being able to keep your mustache styled, because it's two separate things.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is, and I've tried so many different things, and keeping in mind that I've been training my mustache for like the last probably 5 years.
Yeah.
That one, obviously it's blowing it out, right? And it's with like the right type of brush and everything. And every morning blowing it up, you gotta, and you gotta train it to start to do that. So even when I get out of the shower and I blow it out, it'll stay like this without any product in it.
Yeah.
But then the problem became, I liked oil in my beard, but I wanted mustache wax in my mustache to hold my mustache.
Right.
Well, what would end up happening is throughout the day, you're on your phone, you know what I mean? You run your hand through it, then you style your mustache. What would happen is the beard oil would travel into the mustache wax, re-emulsify the mustache wax,
loosen it up.
and then now I have beard oil in my mustache wax, and now we have a problem.
Yes, saggy mustache.
Saggy mustache problem.
Nobody wants that.
And nobody wants a saggy mustache. Not conducive for soup eating. It's just not a good situation.
I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
So I searched long and hard. I went on a beard product safari.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
I've had the short khakis on.
Little
the monocle.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I went around and I searched long and hard.
Little fly fishing vest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah. No shirt underneath though, you know, because I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm wearing two today, but normally I've been shirtless. Anyways, went on this safari, looked long and hard, and I couldn't seem to find. I found a couple good products.
Yeah,
and they were nice. This, you know, one because you're putting in your mustache, I want it to smell good. Very important.
Got to smell good, but not too strong of a smell. Yep. Then you're like, oh, I got a headache. I'm smelling this fragrance all day.
Yeah, and a lot of people use like tea tree and stuff like that. Well, I found that tea tree dries it out a little.
It does. Bit. Absolutely does.
And so and then I was like, okay, well, what can I find that can be consistent throughout? And you have the solution.
We did it.
And we did it.
We did it.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot of issues guys face with beards. Number one, flaking. Right? You got flaking in your beard. This is the same thing as dandruff. It's a yeast that builds up in your skin, mostly because your beard will capture moisture. If you sweat and it drips in your beard and now it's collecting in there, that moisture promotes the growth of a fungus. You know, you've seen it, like people get little white spots on their shoulder.
When they wear black shirts. I'm telling you right now, as a guy who knows beards, when I see people that have that, I'm like, bro, clean up your shit.
You got to clean up your shit.
Yeah.
But
we get beard judgment.
You should. You should. We'll start that app. We'll start that page on Instagram. But you know, this fungus builds up, and then it also can grow up into your eyes. So if you see guys with little red patches like under their eyes, it can be irritating to the skin. So, you know, we got an all natural based selenium in there, because your other alternative is washing your beard with Selsun Blue. Right now, I wouldn't use Selsun Blue on my head with all the chemicals that are in there, let alone in my face, getting into my mouth. Sulfates, sulfides, detergents. Number one, it's going to dry your beard out, so your beard's going to get brittle, crispy. It's going to start to break and fray. It's going to be hard to grow it. It's going to look, you know, all frizzy. Or you could douse your face in like athlete's foot cream every night for like 10 days. And I don't think any guys want to do that.
Puff actin, tenactin.
Exactly. So we could put a little bit of this selenium sulfide, a little bit of zinc in there, natural earth-based minerals that are going to keep yeast from growing on your skin. It's going to eradicate the flakes, because this will travel to your skin. By the way, this beard balm, you could eat it. That's how
Oh,
natural it is. You can I after I put it on my beard, I use the rest and I like get it on my elbows and my knees, get the rough spots, rough patches, because it's like a udder balm, like a bag balm. It's really dense, thick, and super hydrating. So we got natural beeswax. We're working with a guy who rescues bees in the city of Long Beach. He goes into commercial areas before they do construction, and he has a contract with the city. He rescues the beehives, transports them, and we're getting the beeswax directly from him. It's unrefined raw beeswax. Believe it or not, it's really hard to find real beeswax. Most companies are selling paraffin. They're selling a very refined, purified form of beeswax, which does not have the same hold.
mm.
It's actually, what you dip your hand in. If you've ever gotten a pedicure or a manicure, you dip your hand in paraffin wax. It's really greasy.
Mm.
It doesn't have any hold to it at all. We're doing a organic Peruvian white chocolate. Right. So this is pure, no sugar, straight from the cocoa bean white chocolate. It's got a little bit of diatomaceous earth in it, which is a Paleolithic era form of earth, which is basically shellfish from the Cretaceous era. So this is millions of years old. People use it to put around their house to get rid of fleas. If you have a bed with bed bugs in it, you can put it all in your bed and it'll drive the bed bugs away. So pest repellent, but it's also pure silica, and silica is really sealing and healing for your hair.
So this is good for guys who are like outdoorsmen,
Perfect.
because again, if you're like you're up in a tree stand all day,
Absolutely.
you're out, doing the stuff that you do in the jungle.
It's going to put, yeah, I use it in Costa Rica all the time. It's going to put you right one with Mother Nature. Beeswax, grass-fed beef tallow, white cacao butter, a little bit of the diatomaceous earth, a little zinc, and a little selenium with a actual extract of tobacco leaf.
Oh,
So most companies will use
for what? Smell?
yeah. So imagine
Ooh,
white chocolate cigar.
yeah,
Are you kidding me?
done.
Hello, I want to eat it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
can I get that in like a Cease candy? Like white chocolate tobacco. It smells delicious. You don't get tired of it. You don't want to be putting something, you're like a weekend, you're like, gosh, the scent is driving me nuts, and you don't want it to be synthetic, because then you got hormone disruptors, right? Then you got chemicals going in your body, which are not good for you. We may experiment, man, with putting a little bit of caffeine in there, which actually is going to stimulate more hair growth. But that's about it. For now, we have a version 1, which is soft for guys with thinner hair, more wispy hair that don't have as coarse of beards as us.
Poor
And then we
guys.
have the version 2, which is very dense, very strong. It's basically like a mustache wax. That's how thick it is. You really got to dig in there to get it. But we'll have a whole education series
Hmm.
on helping guys groom their beards, find the beard that's best for them based on their face shape, based on
Yeah.
their hair type, and educate people on the right kind of tools to use, how to apply this, and stuff like that. Another thing it does is, because it's so dense, you have to try hard to wash it out. So, I don't know about you, but I don't shampoo my beard every day.
No,
That's kind of bad for
be
it.
stupid.
Beard hair is very dry, right? It's already dry. You don't want it to be more dry, more crispy. Then it's going to break, and it's going to take you forever to grow your beard. It might never get long, right? Because hair split and such. So this really coats your beard, so you can wash your face, get all in your ears and your hair, and it's not gonna even get to the hair follicle because it's sealed with this thick balm. It's not greasy, it doesn't run, it really clings to the hair and holds to the hair. And then you could just apply a little bit more, so you almost build up with it, and then you can almost go without it for like 3-4 days. It's in there, it works really well.
Mm, yeah, this has got me so excited.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be a game changer in the beard industry.
Hmm.
And a lot of guys, one thing a lot of guys do is they want a thick beard, but they shave way high up on their
You
neck.
can't do that.
You need the bulk underneath,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
That's gonna
It supports.
support. It
Hmm.
pushes forward to get that hump. You want that hump. Otherwise, it's just like that weird neck beard thing going, or you
Hmm.
can see through it. You don't want that. So we're
You know that I tattooed my beard up to my beard line.
Really?
Yeah, take a look.
Nice.
Freddie, you can't zoom in. But
Yeah.
I literally tattooed all the way up to where my beard line stops. So when I sit with my barber, he knows exactly, and it's like the perfect line, right
Boom.
where it needs to be.
Smart.
And yeah, because again, yes, you're absolutely right. Like a lot of guys will trim it up too high. They'll trim it up, and then it again, it just comes off as a
Yeah.
weak goatee.
And it's not your fault. You're trying to get a straight line, you try to get it straighter, try to get it straighter, try to get it
Yeah.
straighter. And before you know it, you got a chin strap,
Well,
right?
yeah, and you don't. Nobody wants a chin strap, right?
Yeah,
You're not like the bass player of Disturbed. Um,
exactly. That's exactly it.
uh,
You got to drop a picture of that in.
one suggestion that I would tell anybody too is don't cut it in yourself. Go to a barber. My barber's been cutting my beard. Same barber,
Yeah,
Miguel Vega. He's been cutting my beard since I moved to California.
yeah,
I bought him a barber chair for my home.
beautiful.
He comes in. He knows exactly what to
Yeah,
do, and he dices me perfectly. He
yeah.
knows exactly what I like, and if I want to make like subtle tweaks,
Mhm.
he knows exactly how to do it.
You need a beard wizard. You need somebody who knows face shapes, who knows beard styles, and
Hmm.
who knows how beard hair acts because it acts different than head hair, right? It
Yep,
doesn't do the same stuff. You can't, but you can cut into it in ways to help shape it.
one hundred
Uh,
percent.
I'm the same. I got a guy in Temecula. I drive all the way to Temecula.
Really,
I've yet to get to the point where I have a chair in my house.
dude, you can get them on Amazon for like next to nothing.
Yeah, Michael Ramos,
Yep.
RMB Shave Parlor. He's literally like he's like a Jedi.
So you're
It
making a
just
trip out to Temecula.
he's that good.
So that, but again, that's commitment.
Yes, it's commitment, and it's like I'm doing these other guys a favor who are gonna mess it up, and I'm gonna,
But this is
I'm
this
gonna
is an
screen that.
investment because it's on your fucking face.
Yes, and it takes a long time to get there, so you don't want
I tell the same guys that cheap out on sunglasses. I'm like, they're on your fucking face.
to. If don't wear them or do it right.
What the fuck?
Uh,
It's on your face.
yeah, my trick to make sure I don't go too low is I use the trimmers first, right?
So you do cut your own line in.
I will, yeah, I'll clean myself up, but I'll use the trimmers because the razor, you get a little bit blind with the razor and
Mhm.
accidentally take off
Yeah, if there's like a gel strip
right.
or yeah.
And then I'll use the electric shaver. That way the electric shaver will never go below where the trim line is. And if I trim it too low on accident, it doesn't take that long to grow back in. If there's a little stubble, I can see the shadow and be like, oh, I'm getting too low.
See, I
Better
want
stay
my
in.
guy to have like surgeon level dexterity.
Got to.
I don't.
No.
No, I'd be all over the place. I'd trim the door, the towel hanging up on the side. I have no fucking clue where I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
with that
very
thing.
easy to go overboard.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, you can always do more, but you can't do less.
Pretty less.
So like your baby analogy is perfect. Like leave it the F alone
Mhm.
and then go to somebody really good. And then once it's there, you can kind of keep it. Once the length and the density is where you want, you can use that as your line. It's hard to go below the line of, these hairs are freaking this long.
I'll take your word for it. I'm just gonna have Miguel do it. And now listen, we've been where are we at right now in time, Freddie? It's not important, but it is. How long? So we're at 23 minutes. Okay. Now, if you guys have been watching this episode for 23 minutes and listening to us just completely go off on beards,
Beard blabber.
beard blabbing, it is either because you also have a beard, you admire these beards and you want beards similar to these, or
Or
you're thinking about growing a beard or trying to figure out your beard growth.
or you just have way too much time on your hands.
Right, 100%. Way too much time on your fucking hands, and you're listening to us talk shit about beards. But either way, understand that if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. But more importantly, hit us up. Like I know it's you in the DMs,
We want to help you.
and we want to help you. The world needs one more healed men,
Yes,
and then the world needs more healed men with beards
that's right.
because it's a great look. It's
Yeah,
and then you're gonna need our product.
absolutely.
Now, getting off that topic, but still on it. 2026.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this before the show.
Yeah,
We're gonna go wild.
it's inevitable.
Start businesses. People need to realize how easy it is to start businesses nowadays. Like whether they make it or they fail or whatever, like fucking run it.
Run it, man. What's the worst that can happen? You fail and you learn from your failure, so you're sharper next time. Oh God, that's a terrible idea. Don't take any risks.
I spent the last 4 years building two great businesses that this year I was able to kind of, and I'm not going to lie, I took my foot off the throttle a little bit in terms of like growing and like leaning into business and really focused on myself.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I started to get this level of contentment, which I confused with complacency.
Mm,
And but I took this year and poured into myself personally.
yeah.
And it was great. And it was good to know that I could take a whole entire year and sustain my two businesses and they grew, but not huge. It was decent growth, steady growth
Yeah.
over time. The lights stayed on, everybody's happy and paid.
Yeah.
We obviously made some big changes, but either way, it was a good opportunity for me as a business owner to be able to come back to a growth phase with myself built,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
And so looking into 2026, it was like I was feeling very uninspired with business because I was so inspired with my own personal development. You
Yeah.
ever been there?
Yes. That I think, you are the origin source of this stuff, right? You are the transmitter of these ideas. You are the conductor of this energy. And if I'm off, almost everything I touch is going to be off.
Mm.
And I think it's a powerful attribute to be able to go within, to get clear, to become more whole, to be encouraged, and then take that out into the world. I don't think it works the opposite way. Just go out there and crush, kill, conquer, kind of wounded, kind of off kilter, kind of insecure. And it's like, woof, you're going to learn those lessons, but there's a time to reap and there's a time to sow. There's a time to push and a time to pull.
God, you put that way better than I would have.
I mean, okay, if you say so.
Um, because yeah, I've been like so fucking convoluted and so confused on where my feelings were, where my heart was, but I just knew just stay consistent.
Yeah, beautiful. I've been actually working on that very thing, that there is an intuitive voice. There is like a divine level of awareness. There is a God consciousness. There is a highest self, whatever you want to call it, right? And it really knows. Like it really knows its truth, and win, lose, or draw, if you're going forward with that truth, not the ego, not the pride, not the fear, not the I'll show them, not the if I gotta have this to be successful. Just when you're doing that, you're so actually in your lane that you can't fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that because I found this out too, that it was like the more that I healed, the more that I took my time and myself, like my motivation changed.
Yeah,
My desired outcome changed. The materialism changed.
yeah,
Um I got rid of all of my designer like stuff.
yeah,
I was like, I don't want any of this.
yeah. It's
Like
not me
like it's not me.
anymore.
No.
Yeah,
And it was like all the things that like I wanted, the stuff I wanted was like, oh, I don't really care about any of that stuff.
right.
And suddenly it's like more about experience and it's more about, and it was like so funny because I had this like moment when I was like about what 7, 8 months into this year. And by the way, I mean, this was like 8 months of like hard fucking work.
Yeah,
Hard work. I've told you a little bit about like, how rigid it's been.
yeah.
But hard work, and like the more that work started to pay off, the less I wanted,
Isn't it
but the
true?
more I got. What real shit?
Yeah. And the letting go, I don't know, for me it's there's I'm kind of coming into this new thing where stuff just like I don't even drink coffee first thing in the morning. I had to have coffee. I cut my nicotine just I was like put a 6 milligrams in it, and I was like, I don't like the way this makes my nervous system feel
Mm.
anymore. And like I just stepped down to threes. I'm like, this is really weird. Like stuff is going away, but I feel like I'm supposed to because I used to. There's like this weird like letting go thing where
There's an identity issue.
yeah, and it's kind of beautiful, really.
Yep. So, same thing with caffeine with me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that I was consciously trying. Nicotine hasn't worked, but was in it has.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, certain compulsions. No, I did some NLP and
Nice.
stuff like that
Nice.
that had helped with certain compulsions. I did it with this guy Jim Huntsicker, who's a member of JWX, and he's
Cool.
OG in JWX, but he's very good at what he does.
Cool.
That was interesting. But I did that for something very specific. I don't really want to talk about on this, but it was I was drinking a lot of
Yeah.
caffeine. But I don't want to get into that because it was almost like an isolating situation.
Yeah.
I've told you about it.
Sure. Sure.
But then it was like other things started to happen, and just like what you're saying is like it was like the more I leaned into my routine, my discipline, my reading, um communicating with more dudes for longer periods of time, like spending hours on the phone with some of my friends that are in recovery and all of that,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like a large leap of growth. And you're right, like certain things just disappear.
So cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. We're
And
on a
it's like
journey.
you want to chalk it up to like maturity and like aging and stuff like that, but that ain't it.
No, it's like a willingness to look further,
Hmm.
to stretch further, to have more meaningful conversations. It's a new desire, you know.
Hmm. But it feels so unfamiliar.
Yeah. But at the same time, way more pleasurable.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of really cool, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I'm glad we brought that up. So yeah,
Glad you're on the quest, on the journey, man.
but what it's done, and that's where the topic of like how 2026, it's like let's just fucking run stuff. Like let's just like start stuff.
100%.
And again, it's like now it's like I'm going into this really fearless. And I've always been pretty risky and brave and whatever, but now it's like fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, little example. So, I'm hemming and hawing about what car to buy. I'm talking to you. Oh, should I get this? Should I get that? I want to be smart. I want to get something that'll last forever. And I'm just going to take my little $80,000 that I saved for 5 years, and I'm gonna buy this Toyota outright, and it'll last me till the day I die, just in case I'm ever broke. I'll have this thing, And then all of a sudden, Predator Tire calls me up, and I'm like, yeah, we can get you full Overlander kit, and let's get you some shocks, and let's lift. You want to be in? We will put you in the SEMA show, and now like Alpha Rex, freaking Magna Flow, JBL. I got my truck's worth like 120 grand. I'm ready to flip it and buy a new one, and it was like, I had one idea, and then this opportunity presented to some. I mean, I could go freaking start a whole car channel right now. Like I just spent a week at the SEMA show. Everybody wants to jump in bed with me. I'm like, dude, I just discovered a whole new paradigm of car world where I could like get paid $5,000 just to talk about a canopy.
It's cool though.
It's so fun.
So it's funny because like when it comes to like materials, like I don't like again, I grew up in cars, right?
Yeah.
I could give a fuck about cars. There are piles of cash with tires attached to them.
Right.
I really don't care, but I love the art of like designing a car. So I like that you
And the community,
yeah.
the culture is
Oh
really
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I had never done anything like that.
oh, dude, you'll love it. And again, it's like it's so funny because like I designed my Benz like all the way through, and it's no one's ever seen anything like it.
Everybody,
When
that's
it
why they
pulls
all
up.
look at it 3 times.
And it's like you guys don't realize like I could give a fuck about the car, but it's like a piece of me went into that.
Yeah,
But what I think you found in that is like a new level of abundance,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Because you were kind of squandering like right like
Like a scared
yeah,
man,
you're like fucking Dave Ramsey,
Yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden it's like, well, hold on, I could have exactly what I want, and now it opened up a whole nother door
Worth
for you.
twice as much.
SEMA show is fantastic, dude. I used to go to that in college, like so, like 20 years ago. We used to go to SEMA, and my college, because it was an automotive college.
Yeah.
We would have tents set up. We'd work at things like that. So it's actually always an honor to have something presented in SEMA show. So congratulations on that, because that's really cool to have a vehicle that was a piece there.
Right.
Regardless if there's a million cars there, it's still
Yeah.
awesome that people are coming to see cars and they get to see yours.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that 2026 is and we're starting now
Oh,
with the beard line, with more content, more shows, with energy
Academy, breathwork certifications.
exactly. Like
Online
it's like the
viewing.
time is now, and we're gonna hit 2026 running full fucking force.
Yeah.
And probably something will happen to knock us on our asses. Cool.
Yeah.
I've been knocked on my ass plenty of times by now.
Yeah. Only I've been able to keep myself down. Nothing or nobody else has.
Right.
Right. So cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've I've learned that those things that look like setbacks are totally like usually blessings in disguise. Just because I can't see them in the moment, and it seems like I'm being derailed. I'm actually being put on a path I'm actually supposed to be.
Mm.
Go with it, man. Don't work against it. That's
Mhm.
kind of like my new motto.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen even the biggest setbacks. I haven't even seen the setbacks anymore.
Right?
Yeah. And I can tell you right away too is like staying on like that level of consistency. No one even noticed. I barely noticed.
Yeah.
It was like fucking like because the level of calm that you have when you know it's in front of you and you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I had another guest on here the other day and we talked about like God's plan, right? And it was like well, the plan is laid out. And if we can just lay out our plan and stay right to it, golly, like dude, I mean we can literally get through anything.
Oh yeah.
And I think a lot of people like they look at like taking risks and failure and all the other things and it scares the fuck out of them. But we've failed
Right.
a lot of times.
Well, yeah. Everybody says, "What failure breeds success." Right? If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. Like to get somewhere you've never been, you got to do things you've never done. And doing things you've never done, you're not going to be great at, obviously. Right. So it really is that discipline and that dedication that wins the fucking day.
100%.
The stone cutter doesn't believe the first blow is going to crack the stone.
Hmm.
He doesn't even care. He just keeps whacking at it because eventually it's going to split in two.
One of the coolest things though is we've entered into an era where things are very easy to build. We have AI now, right? And over the last few years, we've watched like things just get like, be able to be very programmable and very automated and things like that. So it's like right now you have a situation where systems are in play where you get to have um, the luxury of being able to focus on marketing and fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
And all the nuances in between, the robots handle it.
Yeah.
And so if we get to focus on marketing and fulfillment, okay? So for example, going right back to the beard line,
Yeah.
okay? You had this brilliant idea of a product, right? And then you have myself and JD, and all three of us
Shout
have.
out Warrior Makers.
Let's go. And all three of us have what I like to consider pretty iconic beards, or at least branded beards.
I mean, we didn't need to say it because everybody else did. So
Right.
we're just following, the call.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, listen, we're very humble people, but thank you for the DMs and all the, and all the shout outs, but like, and all the free beard product that I've gotten sent over the years. It's pretty indicating.
Yeah.
So we get an opportunity. We're like, okay, well, Jeremy's thought up this like really cool concoction.
Years of development.
Yep.
That it took years. So, AI is going to help us do in
Everything
hours,
in between.
but it did take years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this took years.
That's right.
And the understanding and the experience of having it, that all took years. So the marketing side of things is what we get to focus on, right? Fulfilling the product, easy peasy,
Yeah.
right? And then everything in between, the robots handle.
Yeah.
So guys, run it.
Yeah.
It costs next to nothing to put together a brand, and there's so many people. You want to start a t-shirt brand? Cool. Easiest thing in the world. But guess what? The hard part is you making that thing look fucking cool. The hard part is creating a community around it. These fucking hats right here, I wear them all the time. It's the only brand that I really wear because the homie's also in recovery.
I like it.
His name's Johnny, and these hats right here. Okay, are they the best hats ever? I think so. But why do I think they're the best hats ever? Well, because he made them look so fucking cool. He has a great story behind it. The marketing's fantastic. I feel like I'm part of a community. I feel like I'm part of something. I have a bunch of stories from these hats of connecting with people, including him.
Yeah.
So the marketing side of it is everything.
Yeah.
These hats make me feel important because Johnny makes me feel important. This beard stuff is going to be important because the men that are carrying it
Yeah.
want you to feel important because we feel important from our beards. All the shit in between, robots.
Yeah. And that's where
Robots.
AI really becomes, a valuable tool or a total trap. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a beautiful thing when there's heart behind it, when there's a mission behind it, when there's a story behind it,
Right.
when there's a community behind it. And there's other guys that are just like, all right, let's sell this, cheap thing from China and just use AI and blow it out.
100%.
So be, people got to be a little more aware nowadays.
Well, let's look at it like this, because I talk to a lot of these guys, and this is a segment that I of brands that I for some reason I don't know why I do, but why I get a lot of cats that want to start blue collar companies. Okay, now why is it that companies like, have you heard of like Dirty Hands, Clean Money? Right? Like why is it that
Salty Crew's got a huge story too?
Well, yeah. So you have these guys that have these brands, right? And then there's a million other ones.
Yeah.
And you could have, Dirty Hands, Shiny Money, and all these different brands that are like ripoffs of the one.
Right.
And no one is better than the other in terms of product.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's all the same. Why is it that this brand does better than the others? Well, of course, it is the story. It's everything behind it.
Yeah.
So don't let the simplicity of how to build a business with the tools that you're given fool you. The business part of building is fucking easy. It is easy to build a business. And somebody actually asked me this the other day in my storyline, in my Q&A.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder to build yourself or to build a business? And my response was, building a business is easy. Building yourself is a whole nother level of situation, but you have to be able to build yourself into the person that can handle what the business takes.
100%.
And that shows in the marketing.
Yep. It's the energetic exchange. Like people can just feel it. There's an invisible thing to the value, to the story, to the life that went into this stuff. Like if someone, I got a lot of friends that are like, yeah, man, I just want to do music, or I want to make this movie. And it's like, I'll tell them, dude, if you're making music to be successful, you're never going to make it. If you're making music because you love it, you're probably going to go somewhere. If you're making a movie thinking it's going to be a hit and it's going to make you famous, you're just throwing your money away. If you're doing movies because you love art, you love cinematography, you love the depth in creating a story, and you're willing to just lose money to do it because you love it, you're probably going to go somewhere. There's that thing, that je ne sais quoi, the X factor that goes into it.
Yeah, because sales is a transfer of belief.
Yeah. You got to believe it, right?
Well, yeah.
And then other people do too.
And it's brand building. Even people that it is ungodly easy to build a coaching business. It's probably the easiest business to build.
Yeah.
But it is very hard to be a successful coach. Why is that? Intention, integrity, frequency.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there's a million people out there teaching people how to build coaching businesses. I'm one of them.
And I think you spoke to it earlier. Probably one of the big caveats is you can probably make a big splash, but for me personally, with leading groups and retreats and all of that kind of stuff, if I get stagnant, I'm coaching you on the same stuff over and over again. Like I've got to invest in the depth, and the breadth of my knowledge and my wisdom to continue to give away more and more. So it's a huge call to action for yourself. If you really want to be a coach, you got to be getting coaching and or going to retreats and doing workshops and reading books. You got to be doing that too.
Oh yeah, dude. Stagnation in coaching is like one of, it's the easiest business to start, the easiest business to become stagnant in. Oh yeah, it's happened to me. You kidding me?
Yeah, same two songs and dance, same song and dance.
Yeah.
How long are you going to be able to lead people with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm glad you made that pointer, because there's been days where I've had to wake up and be like, oh fuck, I got to reinvest in myself.
Yeah.
But
it also keeps you on your toes with doing that.
Well, yeah. So, and that's why I said that name. The name of that game is relevance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So you have integrity, you have your intention, you have delivery, you have frequency, and you have relevance. And it's like, you don't want to be that one hit wonder in a business, because like, at least with the one hit wonder, there's not that many other competing
Right.
singers out there,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of competing people that will provide a better service than you, or an equal to service, but will stay relevant, brushed up on their skills, and so on and so forth. So as they're building their personal brand, and whatever they're doing, their brand, their business, whatever, like, understand that we have the tools to build the business very easily, like so easily. And on top of that, we know the formula.
Yeah.
And not only us, everybody knows the formula. You can pay to have the formula taught to you, done for you, whatever. But how are you going to show your integrity, your intention, your frequency, your delivery, and keep relevance?
Yeah.
And those are the things that you need to constantly reinvest in.
How connected are you to your brand? How willing are you to grow with that brand?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to know it better than anybody else does.
This was fucking good.
Yeah.
Great energy tonight.
Love you,
I
bro.
love you, dude.
I appreciate it.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We got a lot of things in the fire. I don't even know what to shout out right now, but let's talk. Let's shout out. First of all, go visit Jeremy's page. Okay, we'll put all of his stuff below. Stay tuned for the new beard line.
I'm thinking we give the first 500 away for free. What do you think?
Yeah. This is a Jew saying that too.
Yeah.
First 500 are going to go away for free. We'll let you guys know upon launch, and we're stoked. We're stoked to launch this thing. So tune in next time, Justin Wenzel podcast. I love you, man.
Love you too.
We're out.